But the ballerina girl reminds me of Hyori, who's like
Your
one of my
favorite?
all-time. Yeah,
Hey, watchers. We're watching whatever. I'm Nathan.
Danny.
We're here today with Sweet Home episode 5. It's been a little while, a little over a week since we actually watched episode 4. So we're trying to remember what happened. And I was reminding Danny, he reminded me actually that we had these two new characters that were introduced in episode 4. But yeah, so far nothing's come of them. They just kind of briefly showed them packing up, getting ready to go downstairs, and that was it. And then we had that abusive man who started getting a blood. He started showing symptoms, so he got thrown into that room with the kid. And then we had our psycho dude who to get away from the gangster looking guy. He pretended that he's infected, but he wants to be a monster. And then we talked about at the end when we saw the woman, she hides herself in the bathroom, and when the guy opens the door, it looks like a giant, basically just like a giant cocoon or something, and something growing inside of it. And that's where we left off. So that's where we are. And anything you want to say before we start here?
Right now, I mean, I think it's getting more interesting because we're seeing a little bit more about how these characters act and what they're like, and I think, but overall, like, I still don't know what the heck is going on. Like, it's it's just all over the place, and the fact that they introduce even more characters is like crazy. Like, well, what's going on? I mean, it's still fun to watch because there's like enough like violence, and there's like attractive people running around doing all these things. But yeah, like I want to start seeing some more kind of explanations or something to kind of like showing us a bunch of hot people killing monsters. I mean, that's not going to keep my attention for that much longer.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt for Scott Pilgrim, right? It was fun to watch, but I just didn't really understand what was going on for
That's
half the
funny.
movie.
Yeah.
But
but
yeah.
we're watching the sober.
I know, and I feel the same way right now. Where, like you said, right? I hope something more happens and more explanation comes through, because right now it's just an introduction of a bunch of these characters. A little bit has happened, like we said, right? But there's still a lot of confusion for the both of us.
Right.
So hopefully they do start explaining and going more, instead of expanding more into that universe, actually starting to focus in and point out and explain some of the actual happenings. Everyone on YouTube, thank you for being here with us and watching with us. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Tell us your thoughts about the show and about what you think with these characters and their development. Tell us anything about what your thoughts about us, and what give us any kind of your comments, criticisms, whatever it is, and we'll definitely take. I looked through all the comments. And for everyone on Patreon, thank you very much for being here with us and supporting us. We really appreciate your show of support. And for anyone who wants to check us out on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/watchingwhatever and watch our full reaction and commentary along with us here. So we're going to get started with the show. What I will say about the intro is, although it's not as sophisticated sophisticated and fancy as House of the Dragon, it is still interesting in its own way.
Right.
So whose body was that in there?
I don't know. Was it the lady they kicked through the wall? That one got kicked through the wall?
But who'd have brought her all the way down?
That's true.
Or is it a body that psycho guy hid in there? Shut up, old man.
언제 뚫려도 이상할 게 없지. 1408호 아저씨 데려올 수 있겠어?
1408 is a wheelchair guy?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm really curious about this. What is this?
Yeah.
What in the world?
What? It's a flashback.
Flashback.
꽃을 보여주고 싶었던 것뿐인데.
He's not gonna be able to kill her because of this conversation.
Can he even kill her?
That's
because
true.
If she's a monster now, that's why they tell you not to take your eyes off your kids.
자식이 있어요?
I mean, how many people have lost their kids in the bathtub looking away for a few seconds?
다리가 이렇게 되기 전에.
You abandon him, or
Probably.
sucks.
Either that or he, just is avoiding them.
제가 변하면 죽여주세요.
Do you think though somehow she's
sound-
gonna turn into a monster, but she'll still be
I don't
like,
know. Like she'll have
cognizant?
the same kind of powers as him, as the boy, the young guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, right? Where she'll still fight against other monsters while protecting the kids.
Maybe. Everything we've seen, for some reason, this is the most disgusting thing to me.
그쪽 없이 저 핏덩이들을 책임질 자신이 없어서.
That like squelching sound, like ugh.
It's moving inside that cocoon / room.
Ugh. It's like kind of spider web like oh,
Yeah.
everything about that just disgusts me.
I'm gonna get you a giant tarantula for your birthday.
Are they gonna take a leak?
Where are they gonna go to the bathroom now? They're 2 kids. They're gonna have to go more often. She made him food and then left behind her kids. What's it called? Oh, she made him for them.
카페는 돈 주면 다 하는 거 아니야? 나 밖에 나가게만 해줘.
Why do you want to go outside now?
She wants to see her daughter's body. I guess like you, maybe
Yeah,
even
I
though you
guess.
saw what happened, you know, you have to confirm it, right? Otherwise, like,
Or at least to bring it back.
all right.
안 되는데 이게.
열어줘요. 막지도 못할 것 같은데요.
Yeah, you're gonna listen to that dude over this guy?
넌 내가 이렇게 된 게 좋지. 내가 괴물이 되면 너부터 잡아먹을 거야.
What the hell is wrong with this guy, man?
Blames everyone else for any of his problems.
참으셔야죠. 저도 참고 살아요.
한두식씩 구출이 메인이야. 아이들은 써보고 상황이 나쁘면 아이들은 버려.
What?
Oh.
This dude.
괴물아가 정신력의 문제고 차윤수가 버텨낼 수만 있다면 우리에겐 차윤수보다 강력한 무기는 없어요.
너 정상은 아니구나.
우리가 지금 얼마나 위험한 상황에 직면했는지 아직 인지를 못하셨나 보네요. 차윤수를 내쫓지 않는다는 쪽에 더 많이 투표를 하다니. 괴물아가 진행 중인 게 그 둘뿐일까요? 다들 두려운 거예요. 자신들도 언제 변할지 모르니까. 정부 공식 발표보다 이 사태에 대해서 먼저 알고 있는 사람이 있었어요. 이건 저주래요.
So someone wrote about this before it was announced.
크루크루가 뭐야? 자기 블로그야?
저기 이경아.
Is he the one who wrote it then? Her fiance?
What?
More questions.
Yeah. So he thinks people didn't vote to kick him out because they don't want to get kicked out because everyone feels like they're going to change eventually too, right? That's essentially
Yeah.
what it.
Well,
what
they don't know when it could happen at any time. So
right. So they
so it's
wouldn't
more-
want to be kicked out.
yeah, so it's more for self-preservation.
잡을 수 있잖아요 우리.
Oh, he's already got the black eyes. What is this gangster guy, dude? Is he like inhuman?
Ugh.
Oh,
I don't get like what his motivation is.
yeah, they're not gonna show us it for a while. Who is this track star?
아니 불이야 끄면 그만인 것을 매정한 거지.
살려뒀다는 건가?
I don't get what's going on at all, dude.
That monster looked like a Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
내 손이 닿았다면
Oh,
아들은 살아 있을까?
so his change is reach.
내 탓이 아니야. 내 탓이 아니야.
So again, that dude, that whatever hiker Stretch Armstrong guy turned into a monster because a monster
He
killed
lost
his
it.
kid.
No, he
It's
lost
all
his
about
kid.
loss, right?
Couldn't hold on, which is why his arms are so long.
All right.
그냥 요 앞으로 학교 보내지.
Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program.
정신이 듭니까?
필요 없어.
학생도 다친 것 같은데.
괴물어가 진행되고 있는 거지. 당장 나가. 괴물인 줄 알았으면 돕지도 않았어.
진짜 악취미십니다.
What the hell's going on, man?
장난이야 장난. 나 몰라가. 살 날이 얼마나 남았다고 그딴 걸 무서워하겠나. 죽음이 두렵지 않은 인간은 필요 없나.
어르신.
자넨 해고야.
허세 아닌가요? 죽고 싶은 사람은 없어요.
싸가지 없어지는 것도. 나는 누구보다 아주 오래 살 생각이다.
So out of the three girls, which one you think is the best one? Let's say attractive.
I've seen this girl in other stuff. I like her.
이게 뭐 숨긴 거야?
But the ballerina girl reminds me of Hyori, who is like
Your
one of my
favorite?
all-time, man.
Is he having a hallucination?
내가 괴물이 되면 당신을 죽이겠지. 난 괴물이 돼서 당신을 죽이고 싶지 않아.
Is this a hallucination or is this real?
Must be a hallucination.
I'm gonna say it's real.
저기 아줌마, 혹시 밖에 그 아저씨 있어요?
그 아저씨 위층으로 올라갔어요.
Took the fuzzy keys.
Yeah, so there's something important with it, obviously. The one door without a keypad. Oh, this is like Dexter.
Oh,
Okay, well, we know what this guy is now.
all right. Are those multiple victims? I can't tell.
Looks like it.
Oh.
So it looks like he was a teacher. It reminds me of the character in Lady Vengeance, Choi Min-sik's character.
All right.
아줌마는요?
우리는 절망 속에 서 있습니다. 그래도 우리는 살아 있습니다. 반드시 끝은 있습니다. 그 마지막까지 우리는 견디고 버틸 겁니다.
편히 쉬세요.
살아남을 겁니다.
That's interesting what they did with the color there.
Yeah.
Basically just blacked out everything. Is he trying to see if he can heal or?
저 아닌가 봐요. 저 좀 도와주세요.
어메, 얼마나 무서웠을 것인데. 어? 지우 씨 무대 챙겨. 어?
쿨한 거야. 쿨한 척 하는 거야.
If people just like talk to each other, it would, this is so frustrating, man.
Why talk when he can hold it in and just try to get revenge on his own?
Oh.
Oh! There's no way after 2 hits to the back of the head like that.
It has like superhuman strength.
Yeah, like I said, right? He kicked the crap out of that one lady turning into a monster.
저 사람은 살인자예요.
Oh.
Yeah,
you gotta like break every bone in his body.
Yeah. Start with the
Yeah.
leg so he can't walk away.
형사처벌을 받은 전력이 없는 점, 고의성을 입증할 증거가 부족하다는 점, 피고인의 장래가 촉망되는 점을 고려하여 피고인 황승재 징역 11개월, 집행유예 2년.
I feel like someone's gonna stopping.
Oh.
Oh!
편하게 죽어서.
Oh, okay, maybe not. I guess he's gonna. Wow! Wow! Or is he?
Oh.
Is he gonna start healing here?
Ugh.
He's gonna turn, isn't he? He's gonna heal and change.
Yeah.
And then all that, nobody tried to stop him. What?
Is that easy to open?
It shouldn't be. Otherwise, what's keeping the monsters from just opening it up, walking in? Hey, that lady could go out now. He opened it up.
Right. He wants a monster to tear this dude up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the body.
There's the body of the girl and the soldier.
So these monsters don't like even eat people. They're just like killing.
Drag
He
the
brought the
bodies
two
back.
bodies.
Yeah. Close the gate and keep himself outside.
He doesn't care if he lives. He just wants that other dude to like suffer.
Yeah, that was it. That was his whole point.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, if you lost your kid in such a horrible way. This guy's stronger. That dude has superhuman strength.
But he's weak right now. Blood loss. Even though he forced it open and carried two bodies back with him. Yet no one talks. This would be more fun if you're sitting next to me, because then I could try to do a jump scare. Are they really gonna just leave the gate open like that for all this time?
아빠는 왜 안 데려와?
So they brought everyone down?
I guess.
The kids are down. Did they bring that other guy down with him? With them?
You're all gonna turn into monsters. Right?
They might leave the kids alone. So I guess they did bring him all down.
I forgot about this woman. She's freaking hot too.
Yeah, she's an attractive
사람으로
lady.
태어났으니 사람으로 떠나야지.
괜찮으세요? 강해져야죠. 엄마니까. 이제 어쩔 건데 제가 알아서 합니다. 축하해. 그래도.
지구를 지배했던 공룡은 약 6,600만 년 전에 멸종했다. 이는 어느 날 인류가 멸종한다 해도
Oh man.
반증이기도 하다. 하지만 인간의 조상은 살아남기 위해 변화했고 그것을 진화라 불렀다. 그러나 끝내 피할 수 없는 멸망이 온다면 인간은 또 다른 진화를 택할까? 아니면 인간으로 남을까?
Oh, he's eating. He's even doing the kimchi squat.
Oh, what?
Is that the protein monster? It sounded like it.
Dang, it's like Attack on Titan where there's like small beasts and like large beasts.
So not much answered.
Right.
But at least something happened, right? So they got rid of the psycho guy.
Okay, yeah.
And
at least we think.
We get a little bit of backstory on the gangster dude, right? Whether it was his kid or maybe his nephew or niece or whatever, somebody. But
someone he cares about.
Someone he cares about. We realized what the psycho guy did.
Right. Had a feeling. We all had a feeling it was something like that, right?
Well, I thought it was more that he was just like a serial killer, and he just went off on a killing spree, and it happened to be the dude's wife.
Oh, okay.
Right. I didn't think it was gonna go into a younger person like that.
Right.
And with this episode, it it dealt a lot with dealing with loss and also with new life, right? Because you have both Lee-Jeong being pregnant and the other mother having this monster baby thing or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's still very confusing.
You know what this kind of reminds me of actually is like and it makes sense, is like the anime we're watching, right? Like things get dragged out a lot. We get like certain kind of storylines or whatnot, like kind of, or certain threads kind of like end here and another thread begins here, and there's like these overarching kind of threads going throughout. So it kind of reminds me of that, but there's so little information revealed that it's really tough to like, I don't know, like remain like completely invested. I think what they're hoping is that we'll be invested in the characters to continue, but I mean they gotta start explaining stuff soon, because right now it's like it's so confusing. Like I like I almost don't care anymore. You know?
Remember, this is based off of a webtoon which went on for many, many, many chapters.
Okay. Right.
So if they're going according to the webtoon, then the first season will end with probably us having many questions. It's not going to be like a good conclusive ending. It's going to just be almost like in the middle of a comic series.
Right. But so far they've given us almost nothing. I mean, I guess they gave us the rules of how like these creatures turn or humans turn into this thing. I guess yeah, kind of, right? And then but that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's about it. That's all. Like they give us, like, you know, they gave us a little clue on how, I don't know, man. But then like all these characters, I feel like they could have combined some of these characters together because their storylines are. I mean, I get it. They're trying to create these like parallels and things like that. But I think some of these characters, even if there are like 10,000 characters in the webtoon, I feel like in terms of producing a show, I think you could have combined some characters together, you know? And then also I think like there's a little bit too much like emotional manipulation going on for us, like as the audience. Like there's too many like crying scenes, and there's too many like where we want, like they make us want like justice or whatever, right? Like, so we want the gangster to like make that dude suffer, and we want that lady to make her abusive husband suffer, you know? I feel manipulated, you know?
Yeah, that's the epitome of a Korean drama. Right? I've never seen more people cry than when watching a Korean drama.
Right. Oh man, like there's like making little kids cry with the mother crying, and it's like, dude, like, and I don't want to be manipulated, so I'm like trying to harden my heart against it. You know?
You're just cold-blooded.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they do, right? And that's also one of the reasons why so many people love it. It's just because it forces them to feel different kinds of emotions.
Something. Yeah, I get it. Right. And also like for like a TV show, like usually each episode can kind of stand alone as its, you know, even though if there's like threads still like going through the episode, usually there's like a contained story, like a beginning, middle, and end any story. And this one
for our viewers, just so you know, Danny doesn't really watch a whole lot of Korean drama. He hasn't finished hardly any of them. So this style is still kind of new to him. Right? He's used to very much more of the Western style TV, you know, and stuff like that. So obviously Asian, especially with Koreans, they tend to do it in a different way, which can, if you're not used to it, it can be very frustrating.
Oh man,
right?
It's like feels so draggy, like because we're not getting enough information. Like
this feels kind of normal to me a little bit, only because I started really watching Korean dramas probably about 12, 13 years ago. No, more than that, probably about 15 years ago is when I really started, because I wanted to improve my Korean before I made my first visit to Korea.
Okay.
So
did it help?
Just like when I first watched it, I was like, what the hell is going on with this? Why are they doing this? Why don't people talk? Why are they dragging the... And as you watch it, you're like, okay, that's their kind of almost like a cookie cutter format recipe they have for these. And for some reason, it works, so they don't change it.
Right. I mean...
And it's not all of them, right? There are some that do it very differently. But for the most part, you know, it's kind of the same thing with reality shows, right? They're not really reality shows. They're scripted. But that's what works, so that's what they do. All right, well...
get through this.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for everyone for being here with us. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave us your comments. Give us your thoughts. Check us out on our Patreon. And for our Patreon viewers, thank you very much for watching here with us. Your support means a huge deal to us, and we really appreciate it. And until we see you again next time, bye.
Bye.